Observe the walls of Megiddo. Soon, they will fall to the might of Egypt. Sound the advance! Thutmose leads us to victory!
1457 BC. The first light of dawn breaks across the dusty hills of Canaan, casting long shadows over the plain of Megiddo. Beneath that rising sun stands a man who will redefine the destiny of an empire, Pharaoh Thutmose III. The young warrior king scans the enemy fortifications from his chariot, his breath steady, his gaze unwavering. The air is quiet, too quiet. Even the birds dare not sing. Within a nearby war tent, scouts deliver hurried whispers to the Egyptian commanders. Enemy movements, weak points, ambush threats, every detail matters. Outside, rows of archers tighten their bowstrings, their silhouettes sharp against the crimson dawn. The battlefield is still, waiting for the storm. Charioteers fasten their bronze armor, wheels squeaking softly as they prepare for the charge. When the sun fully rises, it glints off the pharaoh's falcon-shaped helmet, igniting golden sparks that dance across the plain. He raises the war standard high. One signal, one command, and the greatest army of the ancient world begins to move. Egyptian infantry marches in perfect formation, shields interlocking, dust swirling around their ankles. Ahead, enemy scouts retreat toward the walls of Megiddo, shouting warnings that come too late. The thunder of Egypt's chariots shakes the earth as wheels slice through sand, and war cries echo across the hills. Arrows fly, dozens, then hundreds, gliding through the golden morning sky before striking enemy shields with a thundering impact. The front lines collide, bronze crashes against wood, sand explodes beneath pounding feet. The battle begins in a blinding burst of sunlight. Thutmose III drives his chariot directly into the heart of the enemy line, dust spiraling around him as he maneuvers with deadly precision. His soldiers overwhelm defenders on a narrow ridge, pushing them back step by step. Soon, enemy warriors panic and flee toward the city gates. The gates slam shut, dust settles, but Megiddo is trapped. Egyptian engineers rush forward, assembling siege towers under the burning noon sun. Workers haul massive timbers as sweat rolls down their faces. Archers climb platforms and rain fire upon the battlements. Battering rams slam into the gate again and again, each strike cracking wood beneath the violent thunder of war. Inside the pharaoh's command circle, generals draw lines in the dirt, plotting the final push. The siege towers creep closer, shrugging off stones hurled from the walls. The gate shudders, splinters fly, and with one perfectly timed blow, it collapses in a roar of dust and screams. Egyptian troops pour through the breach, torches high, illuminating smoke-choked corridors. Chariots roar down Megiddo's narrow streets. Defenders scatter. The city of Megiddo, once a symbol of rebellion, now trembles before the might of Egypt. By sunset, Thutmose III stands atop the outer wall, raising his standard as the sky bleeds orange behind him. Captured commanders kneel before him in a dim chamber lit by trembling flames. Scribes record the spoils of victory, piles of gold, cedar, and precious goods shimmering beneath afternoon light. Night falls. Victory chants echo deep into the darkness as priests bless the pharaoh's triumph. But even in celebration, Thutmose III is thinking ahead. Beneath the star-filled sky, he studies maps by torchlight, contemplating the empire he will soon forge. With Megiddo secure, the army marches north through fertile valleys, where morning mist rises gently from the fields. In foreign palaces, envoys bend the knee, their cedar-scented halls shining beneath soft afternoon light. Some offer alliances willingly, others reluctantly. Caravans loaded with tribute move along dusty roads toward the Nile. In Thebes, artisans carve monumental reliefs showing Egypt's triumph. Workers raise massive stone blocks beneath the scorching sun, as architects study blueprints of new temples and obelisks. The empire expands, not just through war, but through legacy. Thutmose III inspects chariot brigades training in the desert heat, the sun glinting off bronze helmets. Along the Nile, shipbuilders craft sleek vessels whose hulls gleam like polished gold. Priests wash sacred statues in courtyards dotted with incense smoke. Egypt is alive, stronger than ever. Foreign tribes send envoys to Thebes, bowing before the pharaoh in grand halls lit by rows of oil lamps. Farmers along the river celebrate newfound peace. Soldiers patrol villages in warm afternoon light. The empire stretches farther with each passing year. Craftsmen forge ceremonial weapons shaped with flawless bronze. Nile boats filled with tribute glide past towering pylons at sunrise. Engineers map out new fortresses along Egypt's northern borders. Temple workers polish obelisks that rise like fingers touching the sky. Thutmose III tours his empire, banners fluttering behind him like ribbons of power. Scribes record every victory on scrolls stacked inside silent libraries. And in the heart of Thebes, the pharaoh kneels before a colossal statue of Amun, lit by soft, golden radiance, offering thanks for the strength that carried him through countless battles. As crimson twilight paints the sky, Thutmose III steps onto a palace balcony. Below him stretches an empire secured by war, strengthened by diplomacy, and immortalized in stone. His reign will be remembered not just as a chapter in Egyptian history, but as a transformation. From the dust of Megiddo to the monuments of Thebes, Thutmose III created more than an empire. He created a superpower, and the world would never be the same again.
Heave. Pull the ropes taut. Keep the rhythm. Hail, Amun-Ra, Lord of the thrones of the two lands. May my reign be long.